I got tagged on YouTube by this guy. Right here, see there's the tag. He made a video. It's 1 minute and 25 seconds long. As you can see, it is a video about the video that just showed up on Monday. The video that came out yesterday. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend you watch it. But I want to hear what this guy has to say. You're not ready. Okay. But these men are so unbelievably enraged. Like, they're so angry at just the idea of a fantasy world that takes current society and flips the gender roles. They're so, just the idea is so offensive to them. They all just, like, piss their pants and lose their minds like what we're seeing here. Oh my god.
You seem to make a joke of this fantasy of flipping gender roles upside down because men get angry about such an idea. Maybe Chesh, you have some type of mental problems, but in the real world it's not funny when people are beaten, invaded, children raped. That's what happens in the real world. You may just be a chaos agent who likes to get this response with your edgy character. But what you're putting out there is violent. If you're serious, then you are proving why such an infantile mind cannot be given authority in the world as to protect rights, people, land, animals, ways of government. Just keep edgelording in your radical feminist comfortable home that I guess daddy pays for. Those policemen are always one call away to come rescue you and keep the predators away. Golly, you're a muppet.
Huh? What? How is any of that related to what I said? Let's... I don't understand my little feminist pea brain. I don't actually identify as a feminist personally because I'm not an activist. And I feel like being an activist is kind of enrolled in that. Like, I don't feel I do enough to kind of earn that moniker. But but I mean, I do like rights for people, and I do think that men ought to be treated well and fairly and shouldn't get boned in divorce court and custody battles because women make good mothers automatically. Like, I don't think that's a good thing. I think there are some crazy bitches out there and they need to be treated as crazy bitches. The same way I think that there are some crazy men out there. I guess they fall under bitches too, actually, technically. I think he's saying that I live off of my parents' money. I think he thinks I'm a daddy's girl. I don't know. But okay. You seem to make a joke of this fantasy of flipping gender roles upside down. That's not what I was making the joke about. I was making the joke about men being really, really mad about this fantasy, like this thing that doesn't exist, and just the idea of this presentation of flipped gender roles makes them freak out. That was the joke. Because men get angry about such an idea. No, I wasn't making a joke about the fantasy. I was making a joke about how mad some men have gotten about it. You know, the big logical brains. Maybe, Chesh, you have some kind of mental problems. I mean, probably, but I don't know if they're related. But in the real world, it's not funny when people are beaten, invaded, children... What the fuck does any of that have to do with the Barbie movie? Or what I said? The real world does have those things, yes. And? Yeah, which fantasy thing am I talking about? The Barbie movie. I was talking about Barbie Land. I was talking about how mad people were about Barbie Land. If you haven't watched the video that came out on Monday, it's a clip from that video, and I absolutely recommend watching that video because I'm hilarious. That's what happens in the real world. So why would that matter if I'm making fun of a fantasy world? Huh? You may just be a chaos agent who likes getting this response with your edgy character. Okay, well, I'm not really an edgy character. I like to think that I come off pretty genuine most of the time. I'm pretty authentic, I think. Most of the things that I tell you guys is pretty on par with my general opinion most of the time in the way I present it. But, you know, it's like sometimes I cater the way I say things so that way it reaches a little bit of a wider audience and is a little bit more consumable. But I don't play a character, and I'm definitely not an edgelord. I am a chaos goblin, and I am a shitlord. So you're right about that one. I am absolutely... I woke up to this. I woke up, checked my notifications, saw this, and was like, oh, you brought me a present? I am so excited about this. Oh my god, this is my favorite. Thank you for your response. I absolutely love every second of this. In fact, give me another one. But what you're putting out there is vile, and if you're serious, then you are proving why such an infantile mind cannot be given authority in the world to protect rights, people, land, animals, ways of government. What? Laughing at people being mad about Barbie Land is vile and dangerous? In some capacity? How? Tell Elmo. I don't understand this part. And to be fair, I don't really understand most of this. I'm too stupid, clearly. Like, this is definitely... I don't see how any of this is related to the clip he showed. Just keep edgelording in your radical feminist comfortable home that I guess daddy pays for, question mark? What have I done that's radical? Am I radical? Guys, am I radical? I know I did that one time mention that if we're gonna have capital punishment for people, we should bring back the guillotine. I just mean, like, if we're gonna do it, a pretty radical kickflip. Radical! I'm like 90s radical. Oh, like 80s, 90s. Extreme! Got it. So I'm like a Ninja Turtle radical then. You know what? That tracks. I'll take that. Comfortable home that I guess daddy pays for. No. Just no. Incorrect. Wrong. Not this time. Not even close. We made it up. Those policemen are always one call away to come and rescue you and keep the predators away. That's not what the police do. The police are reactionary. So, no. The police can't really do anything until the predator has already taken some kind of action. And I have dealt with the police before, in various circumstances. They are reactionary. Gotta know what else to tell you, dude. Who's your daddy? I'm the daddy now. Anyway, I do like at the end of the golly, you're a Muppet. I may or may not actually be a Muppet, though. That isn't... I may or may not have somebody puppeting me through the ass. I cannot confirm nor deny, because that would break the illusion of Elmo. Jim Henson would be proud. I just like that that he's throwing all this out here, and then used the word golly. Like, that... that entertains me. So... I looked at this guy goes by the European. Can I, like, open his... Look at... Oh, dear. Sir. Is this you? Why do you look like Mr. Incredible that I ordered from Wish? The midlife, the one that goes so exhausted from looking after his kids. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I mean, right? Hold on, Mr. Incredible. Tell me I'm wrong. Right? You guys see this? Mr. Incredulous, Mr. Uncredible. Ooh, spicy. Alright, so the European. It looks like he's got a bunch of videos. I actually really like Jordan. Jordan's a lot of fun, so I kind of want to see what he says about Jordan first. So I'm gonna play this. I haven't watched this yet.
Money.
I sold my left kidney.
Wait, seriously?
It's worth like 70,000.
I should have paid attention in school. I got a hold of a healthcare professional after I saw this video, and I was like, "Hi, I'm looking into maybe selling a kidney, right?" I'm like, is that possible if I, was able to, sell a kidney? And she was like, I mean, if you wanted to, we could look in, at your kidneys and maybe sell one. Yeah, why not? And then the next question I had, I was like, what if I wanted to do a little twofer? What if I wanted to sell both kidneys? How would that be a thing? And she's like, I mean, you wouldn't really be able to enjoy the money if you sold both of your kidneys. And I was like, well, why? And she's like, do you know what happens if you had no kidneys? And I was like, they just grow back, right? I didn't realize a kidney and the liver were different. And she's like, sweetheart, maybe go back to school before you sell both of your kidneys. She was so sweet.
Money.
So he just ripped Jordan's TikTok off, I guess, or YouTube short. So he's just stealing other people's content and titling it offensive shit. Okay. Yikes. I kind of was thinking he was gonna say something about it, but if you guys want to see this guy's YouTube channel, and I'm not going to tell you what you can or cannot do, and I'm not going to tell you what is or is not against the YouTube terms of service of, stealing content, but hey, all right, let's look at the comment section, sorry, there's no comments, of course there's no comments, but I wanted to read this real quick. Feminist as a national security threat. Is feminist rhetoric like @Goblin Queen Chesh espouses to be understood as an ailment of low intelligence, penis envy, or is this a type of weaponized mind control? Guys, I'm controlling your minds by laughing at Ben Shapiro for being really upset that Barbie Land was a thing. Woo! I gotta get nipple tassels that spin around and have the hypno swirlies on them that bounce around and Or are feminists like her truly evil with no loyalty to her people? And what do you mean by her people? What people? What people do I have? This is important information. And ready and willing to sabotage them for some ulterior purpose? Goblins. Okay, you got me there. Goblins are my people, and I would betray them in a heartbeat. They're a bunch of assholes. Fuck 'em. The Goblin Army. We march at dawn. Are they satanic wishes with no loyalty to her people and ready and willing to sabotage them for some ulterior purpose? Are they satanic witches? Anyway, she's Canadian. I'm not gonna lie, that got me. As soon as it said, anyway, she's Canadian. True, I am Canadian. I live in southern Ontario. I think it's time we get serious about handling of dissentants, treasonous traitors, enemies of the state. Okay, well, first off, I can't be a traitor to Europe or America because I'm not that. So I can't be treasonous or traitors. I can't really be a dissent because I'm also not from there. So the only thing I could be is an enemy of the state. But I'm also not really that either because I'm not in your country. So as much as, like, you're gonna try to call for the death penalty for me, which, again, if you're gonna give me the death penalty, can you please do me the favor of bringing back the guillotine? Like, just as a favor, you think you could do that for me? I really appreciate it. But I've got the police to protect me from all of the predators, like this guy who wants people to come and kill me, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Chesh, not a single one of us are up as early as dawn. No, but we might be up as late as dawn. Can we do noon? I don't know if I could do noon. I slept in today. That's why the stream is so late today. I was, like, sleeping, and then I was playing ARAMs with friends, and I'm not sharing that with you guys. You guys don't get to watch me play ARAMs with friends or League of Legends with friends. It's just a bad time. We're all just mad. I'm not sharing that. Anyway, sadly, this dude fucking linked... No, he linked my... No, good shit on... You know what? Good on the European. He linked my video directly and the one that I was covering. So you know what? Props for that. We sleep at dawn. Yes. Props for that. I did want to also show you guys this, though. If I go to his about... The description... Fight the genocratic, promiscuous, obscene, misandrous, sexual dystopic regime in America, Canada, England. The what? Reject sexual liberty for women. Deny girls and women the right to expose their bodies in public. Mandate dress codes and decency stipulations for women in public. So this whole bit here where he says that what I'm putting out there is my infantile mind can't be given authority in the world to protect things like rights and people. You're advocating for the for removing people's rights. Yeah, it does sound like they want Sharia law. You're right. Ban the display of nudity and sexual imagery in public in statues and artwork. So no more Statue of David, guys. Sorry. No more of those little cherub angels that don't have pants on. Sorry. No more porn. Can't have that. Sexual imagery. So I'm wondering, like, how far that goes. Like, okay, where's the line? Like, is kissing okay? Or showing married people okay? Is a wedding okay? Are they not okay because it's implied sex? If people have children or having is it okay to show children at all? Because if children exist, then there's implied sex happened. So at what point is, like, where's the line here? Propaganda news media agencies, anti-European agendized rhetoric, and then lists some shit. Ebonics is about more than just grammar or pronunciation. It represents a flat, dull effect and recalcitrant. What is this word? What the fuck? I do not recognize this word. Hold on.
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. Having an ostensibly having an obstinately uncooperative attitude towards authority or discipline.
Recalcitrant.
Language is very important to lifestyle. Oh, so he wants to control language too. Cool. All right. Feminists are exposing their sexual body parts in public to provoke men's sexuality. Who will be beaten or arrested if they act on those natural, healthy urges? Yes. Assault. Natural and healthy. Part of a balanced breakfast. Huh? Concern doesn't equal fear. Precaution doesn't equal fear. Precision doesn't equal fear. Provision doesn't equal fear. Dost thou protest too much, my lady? Our enemies are the cowards, and they attempt to project their cowardice onto us. You know, I was about to say your projection is strong, but I think you just said it for me. Anyway, I thought you guys might get a bit of a kick out of that. He's got some videos in here about, like, Vision Europe Brainstorm. It's about suppressing European males, the true dominant, whilst hypocritically. It's about suppressing European males, the true dominant, whilst hypocritically empowering the N-word. Good. So he's a sexist and a racist. Great. Yeah, we should definitely rely on this fucking guy to protect our rights as people, because his big brain is gonna keep us all safe by oppressing the rest of us. Yeah. Because that was a thing. Rape just didn't exist before women were allowed to vote, right? Oh, buddy! Oh, boy! Well, I don't know. Hopefully we'll see more or less of this person in the future. I don't know.